Two-bedroom condo for sale, Bamboo Bay. It is kind of right on the line at Cebu City and Mandaue City. I lived there, gosh, 4 or 5 years ago. I lived there for over a year. Nice place. It was brand new then, in fact. And yeah, nice pool. They've got a nice gym I'll show you here. Yeah, very nice laid out large gym overlooking the pool, which is very nice. And just a quick look into the living room area, and we'll take a tour inside. There's the master bedroom, 50 square meters, 50 square meters, which is 538 square feet. And this is kind of neat. They've got barbecues set up outside. First place I've ever viewed that had barbecues set up outside, and quite a few of them. It's a three-tower complex. My experience is that it was pretty quiet most of the time. In fact, his unit faces the pool up in the kind of the upper left-hand corner of that building we're looking at. That's where his building is. I think fifth floor. And so I was facing the other direction on the garden unit. My direction got a little more noise from the street, that type of thing, but I think it would be just looking around quieter where that unit is located. This video is going to be a little longer than my average condo videos, because I'm going to go into a lot of details and take you around the outside, show you the walking, jogging trail, a few other things, and even outside the unit, what's out by the street, what types of places out there. Very interesting kitchen. Something that is rare in many of the newer condominiums is plenty of cabinet space. And even what is even more rare is a double sink type setup in the kitchen. I like that. Hardly, almost never have seen that here. And then moving over here, it comes with a pretty nice washer dryer. I think that's a combination wash and dryer. Quite a few outlets, which is again is rare. Some of these newer condominiums have very few. In fact, almost every one of the 6 condominiums I've lived in, the outlets, I've had 3 or 4 or 5 different extension cords running, so I can plug in the things that I want to plug in. Nice kitchen table, set up nice size. A lot of these places have really small and even round. Nice couch, quality stuff here. 55-inch smart TV, Sony smart TV. And I think all the furniture stays. Everything you see, I believe, stays with it. So the couch, does that fold out or lean back? I don't know. Refrigerator was an LG refrigerator. Nice to have those ceiling fans that can reduce your air conditioning substantially. Just depends upon how much you need. 2 CRs, toilets, bathrooms, and yeah, cabinet for the clothes. And there is a balcony. Bamboo Bay doesn't have deep balconies. You can open the door. I think in both bedrooms, and the living room, you can open the door, but there's enough room to stand out there. But you could fit a very narrow little table out there, I guess, and a very narrow little chair, perhaps, but it would have to be quite narrow. Like I said, there's a pool off in the distance, and relatively close to Isla Mall. I walked back to Isla Mall, and nice mattresses. They aren't the foam mattresses. That was a regular spring type mattress. I'm pretty sure it was. I felt of it. Felt comfortable. Lots of lighting. And the fellow who owns this, Australian, actually originally a Brit, but then to Australia, moved here 20, gosh, what was it? what they say, 2019, 18, something like that, I think. And has owned this. Has I believe it has another property over in IT Park, I believe. Don't quote me on that. I don't know if he bought over there or if he's renting. But anyway, 3 air conditioning units, living room, and both the bedrooms there. I would turn the 1 bedroom into an office myself. I don't need the 2nd bedroom. Then if we had company, they could sleep in the living room perhaps. There you can see a little better view of the balcony there. You're overlooking kind of the central court. Cars come in here. A few visitors park out there. And anyway, condo dues in these units, 90 pesos per square meter, which is very reasonable. I've even seen some of the older condominiums charging 100 or more per square meter. So pretty reasonable there. Years ago, 6-7 years ago, I think the average was about 70, but now almost everything is over 100 pesos per square meter. Internet is already hooked up, and they're paying for that. So I don't know, it would be a matter of transferring the name over. Not quite sure how that would work. They had been renting it out, and I don't know if they would be willing to rent it out or not. I think they definitely prefer to sell it. We got your hot water in both of the CR's bathrooms. 50 square meters equals about 538 square feet. I know most of you work on the square feet. Let's see. They're asking, which is pretty low actually, pretty good price, $6.8 million for those 50 square meters, furnished. And 6.8 million at today's exchange rate of about 56 pesos to US dollar is about 136,000 US dollars. Give you an idea. And one way to look at these things is how much do they cost per square meter, and that's a good way to gauge your cost. And this breaks down to 136,000 per square meter, I believe, if I did the math correctly. And you'll find many of the newer places they are well over 200,000 pesos per square meter. So pretty good deal at a pretty new condominium building. About, I think, maybe 5 years old, something like that. Actually, if a person wanted to, with that balcony out there, it would be very easy to set up a split type system in all 3 rooms, or 1 or 2 of them anyway. That's an idea. On the lower level, there is a Bose Coffee, which is nice on site. And there's also a laundry store. I don't know if you can do it yourself or just pay them to do it. It works well. And right back in the back there, they've got water purification place. And I suspect that you can arrange for them to deliver water to your unit, I suspect. There's a walking path, jogging path. I'll show you that in a second. And they've got kind of on the back side, back behind the administrative part of the main building, they've got a chapel. I don't know if I've ever seen that before in a condo. So it seems like they have thought about just about everything. They've got, I know when I lived there, they advertised a little bit of a garden area. I don't know if you could plant some of your own stuff or not. Don't quote me on that. But a lot of green space. They've got this walking, jogging trail that goes around the back side of the main building. And yeah, here's some seating area and the barbecue pits everybody can use. And they do have parking. I'm not sure about the cost for parking. If you wanted to buy a space, and we're looking at the building straight ahead there in the center. That's the building over on the left corner is the unit we're talking about, 5th floor. I enjoyed my time living here. It's I even walked over to J Center Mall from here. A little bit of a jog over to J Center Mall, but I did that walk many times from here. Easier walk over to Ayala Mall, but easy to catch a taxi out of here. Out the main road goes by here, Hernan Cortez and Cabahug Street, two main streets that are just off. This is kind of sits back a ways from the main streets, but when you go down the entrance road and go out to the main streets, I found it very easy to catch taxis on either of those streets, whichever direction you want to go. And the main road, Hernan Cortez Road, if you go out the main entrance, turn right, takes you to SM Mall. So I walked to SM Mall, Cebu City, many times as well. So you're kind of right in the middle almost of three different malls. Now, J Center Mall is undergoing. It was bought up by SM Malls, and they've been redoing the whole thing. I walked by it the other day, and be interesting to see if that opens by Christmas. I will put a map up at the end of this video and show you the vicinity, the different directions you go to various malls. But this is nice, really well thought out. Kind of a traffic circle in between these buildings where cars can come in. So there's not a big, some of these condos, they just have a very small area for people to get in and out of. Anyway, you can see the parking garages. Each building has a parking garage, and there again, you could rent a spot probably, or you might be able to still buy a spot. That taller building right in the center, that is Cityscape. It's got some years on it, put it that way. Met a couple people lived in there many years ago. Anyway, this is the kind of the driveway that comes into this area. And right next door to it is a strip mall. Where that truck is coming out of, and we're gonna walk through there and out to the street, and I'm gonna show you some things, different directions, what goes on out on that street as well. Anyway, this gate is usually open all day long. Otherwise, you can go around the front side. Anyway, convention center there, and I think that is like that store there, kind of like a convenience store if you need anything really quick. And then you've got 3 levels inside of this little strip mall. And when I was there, I saw 2 or 3 different restaurants come and go. I think I moved in late 2018, early 2019. I was there for a year, a little longer than a year, I think. And then you know what happened in 2020. I think I moved out right before the lockdowns happened, I think. Looks like a hardware store over to the right that wasn't there when I lived there. And you've got a restaurant here. What's it called? Wagenborg Cafe. So you got seating inside and outside. That was not here when I was there. And yeah, a lot of seating, in fact. Seating is kind of the premium, a lot of these places, so that's nice. They had a paper supply, school supply type place in here. I don't know if that's still that place or not, or if that's what it is. Anyway, another chicken place. That chicken restaurant across the way there, that was there when I lived there. Spanky's Chicken something. And this place actually has some underground parking as well if you drive your car in there. And one of my favorite steakhouses right here on the corner, Fat Jim's. If you've got a chance, it's worth coming over here. I had a very good, gosh, what was it? This is over a year ago. Reasonably priced, and they've got the higher end steaks. If you want the higher end and larger steaks, they've got those as well. And this is Hernan Cortez running out in front of us. It runs all the way north up to S Fortuna, which will take you to J Center Mall. If you turn right here and follow it straight down, that's a Korean restaurant there. Now, if you turn right and follow this road all the way down. That will take you to Bayfront Hotel, Radisson Blu, and SM Mall, Cebu City. Very convenient. Like I said, I've walked that distance many times. Not that far, but the average person might not want to get out there and walk these sidewalks. As you can see, it can be a bit of a challenge. And some of these stores looks like there was a laundromat here that I used. I don't know if they're closed for the day or closed permanently. Kind of like a convenience store on the corner here. They've got across the street, right there, upper left, that is, I think it's Alpha Hotel. I've eaten in their restaurant a number of times. Got a subdivision down to the left there, down that street. And this is kind of T-bones here, this Cabahug Street. If you take a right here, Cabahug Street will take you right into Ayala Cebu City Mall and the Cebu Business District. They're building another convenience store there. I think they're building another condominium hotel type thing right across the street there. Vitali, I think, and they're doing that excavation right now. So maybe in a couple of years, that should affect the property values in this part of the city, I would think. And what I did, I walked down this street towards Ayala, and I maybe a couple of kilometers, mile or so, something like that, I'm guessing. But we're almost right on the line. Just up here, past Cityscape, the tall building is Cebu City, Mandaue City boundary. And you've got lots of fast food restaurants, Burger King, Kentucky Fried Chicken, just a few blocks from here. Transportation, buses run around here, and taxis. And here's Bamboo Bay, and you can see SMJ Mall, used to be J Center Mall, over here. You've got Cebu IT Park up here, Country Club, not far from the Country Clubs, not very far from IT Park. Here, let's zoom out a little bit here. Got S&R down here. You're not very far from Park Mall over here. In fact, you're kind of in the center of 4 different malls. And Ayala Center, Ayala here. This street here is Hernan Cortez. Walk down here, past SR, down to SM Mall. I believe this is the area here. And Cabahug Street. This is Cabahug Street. And this is where I walked back to Ayala. I walked along here. Come on. Along here, there's Kentucky Fried Chicken. There's Jollibee. In fact, even back here, very close, Shakey's Pizza. What else? There's a few different places. As you get down here further, you have a Sarosa Hotel that has a nice restaurant here. And in fact, I stopped in there and did some videos of a couple there. They've got condominium type units there, and I'll put that up here in a number of days. Across the street, a little further down here, across the street, on this side of the street, you've got Castle Peak Hotel. Some of you have stayed there. And from Castle Peak down, this is kind of the main road that runs up to IT Park. And of course, Ayala Center right here, so very close to. And if we zoom out, give you a little better idea where we're at. You're convenient in a number of ways. You're close to 4 different malls and S&R, like Costco. You're not very far from the bridges that go over to Lapu-Lapu, Mactan Island, where the international airport is. And nice thing about Cebu City is that metropolitan area. We have, I think, other than Manila, we've got more direct flights coming into Cebu Mactan Airport than any other airport in the Philippines. I believe that's accurate. And then you've got piers down here. You've got a number of piers down in the downtown area where you can get on down this area. You get on ferries going to Bohol and Dumaguete and a number of different places. So everything is kind of in the center of everything, put it that way. Anyway, thanks for coming along. Stay safe, safe travels. Contact information will be in the description. See you next time.